Assalamualaikum and a very good morning everyone. So this is our next lesson after listening yesterday. So now today we are going to look at speaking. Okay, so the first learning objective that you are going to look at today is you have to tell at least one reason as to why each activity or each plan would be good or bad with suitable expressions or phrases. What are the suitable expressions or phrases? I will reveal it to you later in the next slides. Okay, the second learning objective is you have to tell at least one reason why your friend's plan would be good or bad. Again, with the suitable expressions or phrases that I will reveal in the slides later. Okay, so now about speaking, even though you think it is not easy, but there are certain words or certain sentences or certain phrases that you can use in different situations. So if you want to give opinion, there is a way, polite way, good way to do it. So today we are going to look at how you can give your opinion with the certain expressions or phrases that are suitable. So now, when someone asks you for your opinion about something that is worrying them, what do you tell them? Okay, so I'm going to reveal to you one by one certain expressions. After that, based on how I say it and based on how I explain it, you have to answer in the Google form which one is polite. So the first one, well, obviously you should. If someone asks you an opinion, would you say it like this? Well, obviously you should. Or do you say it like this? I think it might be best too. Someone asks for your opinion and you say it like this. I think it might be best too. Is it good? Is it polite or not polite? The third one, if I were you, I'd do you say it like that? Number 4, I can't believe you are considering. Now, hear my tone. Is it a good tone or a bad tone? So if it is a good tone, is it a good way to reply to your friend? If it is bad, I think it is bad. Number 5, in my opinion, you should. Someone ask for your opinion and this is what you say. Is it good or bad? Number 6, it's a terrible idea. Listen to how I say it again. It's a terrible idea. Now, is it a good way or not a good way to reply to someone who is asking for your opinion and that person is worrying about something? Number 7, it's a difficult decision, but how do I say it? How does it sound? Is it good or not good to say to someone? And number 8, you're not really going to do that, are you? You're not really going to do that, are you? Now, if your friend is asking for your opinion and this is what you say, now, is that good or bad? So, I repeat all the expressions in this list and think again which one is good, which one is bad. Number 1, well, obviously you should. Number 2, I think it might be best to. Number 3, if I were you, I'd. Number 4, I can't believe you're considering. Number 5, in my opinion, you should. Number 6, it's a terrible idea. Number 7, it's a difficult decision, but. Number 8, you're not really going to do that, are you? Now, remember which one is good, which one is bad, and then answer the question in the Google form. Okay, the Google form is not only for this exercise. For the later exercise for your speaking activity will also be in here. So you have to answer the previous exercise, and the speaking one also you have to record and send it to the Google form. Okay, now for the real speaking activity. Look at this picture. You can see this picture in your textbook, page 13. What do you understand? You see a woman. She is thinking, and the options that she has, one is photography. Another one is other types of sports. Do you understand it, or you don't really get it? Now, if you don't really get it, how about a little bit more information about the picture? Your friend has recently moved to a new town and school and is feeling a bit lonely. She would like some advice on how to make new friends and improve her social life. She's keen on photography, but there's no local photography club for young people. So your friend just moved to a new school. Obviously, she doesn't have a friend, so she feels lonely. So she wants you to tell her how to make new friends and how to improve her social life, meaning that she wants to do something at the new place and to have friends doing that. She likes photography. She's keen on photography, meaning that she likes photography, but there's no photography club in the school or even around the area. So she doesn't know what to do. Now look back at the picture. Okay, she wants to do something. She likes photography, but there's no photography. Now you have to think about it her way. What do you want to do? Okay, look at the question on page 13 now. Okay, from the question on page 13, you have student A and student B and the list of questions that student B can ask and information about student A needs someone to tell her about what to do. Okay, so what you will get, what you should understand from the question is there are two students, student A and student B, and these students are going to talk together. Student A just moved to the new school. Student B will be asking questions. Student B is like looking at her friend, being very lonely. She asked a question. Then student A will have more information about the picture to answer student B's questions. So if you look at student B's questions just now, what is the problem? What are some possible solutions? What are the disadvantages of each solution? So student B is asking this question. Student A will have the information to tell student B about the options she has. So student B, after listening to everything that student A told her about, has to decide which solution is better for student A. And then you have to change roles too, right? So what you need to do here is you have to talk about the options that you have if you are student A. And if you are student B, you have to give the advice based on what student A tells you. Now, this is the information that student A will get. Okay, so if student B is asking what is the problem, then you can use the first information about moving to a new school and no photography club. For this one, this is the answer for the next questions student B should ask. What are some possible solutions? So student A likes photography, so she can start a new photography club, but there are disadvantages. It's a hard work, it takes a lot of time, and someone needs to be well organized and confident to start a new photography club. If she doesn't want to start a new photography club, student A can say that she can join any existing sports club. But the disadvantages are, it's not something that she wants to do, and she won't meet people with the same interest. So you as student A, you have to tell student B these things, and student B has to answer to you which one is a better choice for student A. So here are the expressions that you can use to help student A decide. I think it might be best to, if I were you, in my opinion, you should do what? It's a difficult decision, but, right? So here I have prepared a sample of dialogue that you can use. So if you are student B, you want to ask first, what is the problem? You look so sad. You can add that. Student A have to answer, I've just moved to SMK Putri Wangsa, right? I don't have many friends. How do I start? Student B as a friend should know that the student A likes photography. So you can ask naturally, don't you like photography? Student A can say, yeah, but there's no photography club for teenagers here. What should I do? Student B will ask the question that you can see from page 13. What are some possible solutions? Now look at the option again. Option 1 for question 1. I can start a new photography club, but what's the problem? Student A will answer based on the options, based on the table that I've shown you earlier. Starting and running a club could be tiring, and it also takes a lot of time. I also have to be well organized and confident. So all these dialogues are basically a guide for you to do the speaking task. This is just example. This is just a sample. Not necessarily you have to follow everything I say. Use the option yes, but you can change a little bit the sentences. Okay, so these slides I will also share to you in the class group, so you can read again and try to plan on how you can do this. But how to start? How are you going to do this activity? Because you're not going to see your friend and talk about it with your friend. So right now I want you to first choose a friend, anyone from your class. Then choose your part, whether you want student A or you want student B. Then choose your option. If you are student B, choose the option that is good for student A. Then send a message to your friend as if the situation were real. Now you have chosen your friend and you are already student A, student B, discuss with your friend. Then you send a message, the real message, as if the situation were real, using these expressions. Then I want you to screenshot the message between you and your friend. Okay, not only the part where you are messaging her as if the situation were real. Okay, then record your own part. Okay, if you are student A, record your own part. It's okay. I just want to see how you say it like student A. If you are student B, record the part of you as student B. Then send the recording and the screenshot to the Google form Or if you can't send the recording or the screenshot to the Google form, you PM me the screenshot and the recording, right? So do this activity even though it is hard because you can't see your friends. What I need is for me to hear how do you manage to say it if it is happening to you, right? So that is what I'm going to ask you to do today. Answer the Google form, and in the Google form, after that, you have to discuss with your friend a situation, the situation as I've given you in the slides. Okay, if you don't understand what is the situation and how is the situation, you can ask me, and I will tell you how to do it. But I need you to answer in the Google form. And if you can't answer, if you can't send the recording and the screenshot to the Google form, you PM me all those recordings and the screenshots. So that's all for today. I hope that you will give me cooperation. All this while you have been very good, so please don't stop uh, uh, giving me cooperation. Okay, thank you. That's all.